Do you notice a lot of tightness or jamming in your wrists, or do they just feel weak? I'm Dr. Chantelle Green with MyoLab. Let's go through the best ways to stretch, strengthen, and mobilize your wrists. Now, when we're talking about wrists, in general, people notice the jamming when they're in this extended position the most, or they may notice tightness in the forearm when they move into flexion. To stretch your wrists, you're essentially going to use your other hand to create overpressure, bending that wrist back. How far you bend the elbow is going to change how much tension you feel in the forearm. So if it's a little bit too much, just bend the elbow a little bit more. And you're going to hold that stretch until it loosens. Okay, this can take several minutes to make a change in the tissue. So don't be afraid to hold these stretches, okay? You can do it back into extension. You can add the overpressure into flexion as well. And you'll feel that stretch on the top of this forearm here. Now, if with those stretches you're noticing a lot of jamming, that's probably an indication that you need a little bit more mobility in your wrists. So to mobilize your wrists, you're going to grab a mini band loop or something that you can tie in a circle that's stretchy, okay? You want to hook that band around your wrist essentially as low as it can go on the forearm. We don't want it on the hand, obviously, but we really want to trap the carpal bones right through here. From there, you're going to pull backwards. Now, if you just want to mobilize into extension, you can generate that tension back and then lean forward over top of that wrist. That will help to move the carpals as we extend the wrist. If it's not extension that you're feeling like you need to mobilize, you can change the angle that you're pulling with that band, and it'll change essentially the angle that you're mobilizing that wrist. Again, work slowly through the regions that don't feel good, because those are the ones that need this the most. You can do this 10 to 15 reps, nice and slow throughout the day. If you're one of the people who need strengthening more than stretching at the wrists, you can do that with isometrics. Now, the point of an isometric exercise is that essentially the wrist isn't actually moving. So you want to use a resistance like a weight or a band to create the tension, but you don't actually want the wrist moving. The most common error we see with this is people go too heavy too fast. This is 3 pounds, and it's about all I'm going to start with. So you're going to hold that in your hand, use a bench or a table, the edge of a couch, because something you can rest your elbow on, and you're just holding that weight in this position. This will start to strengthen through here. Now, you're going to hold this for up to 2 minutes. If you're finding that you can hold this for 2 minutes without technical failure, which is basically when your wrist starts to drop, that's when you can go to a heavier weight. If you don't have little tiny dumbbells at your house, soup cans and water bottles work great. So you're going to do this in this position here to strengthen the flexors. You're going to do this in this position here to strengthen the top of the forearm here. You're also going to do this with your palm down to strengthen the extensors. You'll probably find that one of these is weaker than the other one. Spend more time doing that one. Thanks for watching.